Today, we're diving into the story of Chateau de Königshof in Germany. Now, this is a castle with a history so rich, it's almost like we're talking about three completely different places all rolled into one.
And this isn't some forgotten ruin out in the countryside either. Oh no, this place is a huge tourist draw. But just how big are we talking? I mean, every year it brings in an absolutely staggering number of people. Any guesses what that number might be?
Get this, over 100,000 people every single year. That is a massive number, making it one of the most popular destinations in the entire region, a truly beloved landmark.
So, that leaves us to the big question, the real head-scratcher here. With all that history and all those visitors, why on earth doesn't it have that famous UNESCO World Heritage label? You'd think it would be a shoo-in, right? Well, the answer turns out to be kind of complicated. See, to really get Königshof, you have to understand it's not just one thing. It's lived three completely distinct lives. So, what we're going to do is peel back those layers and look at each of its unique faces. All right, let's start at the very beginning, with its first life, as a seriously tough medieval fortress. We have to go all the way back to the 14th century. The powerful counts of Nassau are the ones who laid the first stones. And their goal was pretty simple: build a fortified stronghold, something that screamed power, something built to defend and to last.
And they definitely succeeded. I mean, this was not a fairy tale castle. This was a war machine. It had these thick, impenetrable stone walls, massive, imposing towers. Everything about its design was strategic. It was built to keep people out. And honestly, these fortifications are still some of its most impressive features today. But, times change. And the castle's second life saw it transform from this grim, gritty fortress into a totally luxurious Renaissance palace.
This really shows you that huge shift in purpose. You go from the raw, functional power of its original Gothic design to the ornate, artistic elegance of the Renaissance. The focus wasn't on defense anymore. It was all about decoration, about living in style. And when you go inside, that transformation is just wow. The Great Hall, with its incredible soaring ceilings, became the heart of courtly life. And the chapel? It's a masterpiece of Renaissance design, absolutely filled with these intricate carvings and beautiful frescoes. This was a palace built to impress, no doubt about it. So yeah, Königshof was now a proper royal residence. It was home to some of Germany's most important noble families, and maybe most famously, the super influential House of Hesse. They really made this palace their own. Okay, so from fortress to palace. But the story doesn't stop there. Its third and final transformation is what it is today, a modern museum, a guardian of German art. Today, the castle's whole purpose is to protect and display priceless art. Our source material calls it an impressive collection of art and antiques, and it really focuses on the giants of German art history.
We're talking about masters like Albrecht Dürer and Lucas Cranach the Elder. I mean, these aren't just minor artists. These guys are foundational figures of the German Renaissance. Just housing their work makes this castle an absolutely crucial cultural hub.
So let's pull all these different threads together and take a look at what Chateau de Königshof is really all about in the 21st century. And there you have it, the castle's incredible journey in a nutshell. It started as a rugged fortress, it got a major upgrade into an elegant palace, and it finally settled into its role as a world-class museum. Three totally distinct identities, all layered on top of each other in one amazing place. And this is exactly what those 100,000 visitors come to see every year. They get to walk through those grand palace halls, wander the beautiful gardens, and then stand in front of world-class art. In just one visit, they get to experience all three of the castle's lives at once. So we come back to that first question. Why isn't it a UNESCO site? Well, the answer is kind of hiding in its own complexity. See, UNESCO often looks for a very clear, authentic historical story. And you could argue Königshof is just too many things at once. It's a fortress, and a palace, and a museum. It just defies a single, easy label. So I'll leave you with this to think about. If these walls could talk, which chapter would you want to hear most? The stories of medieval battles, the whispers from the royal court, or the quiet contemplation of all that priceless art?